Hello, Shabbat Shalom from Machane Ramah, Wisconsin. We had another wonderful week. Our weather was beautiful, much nicer. It was really wonderful to be outside. This was a full week. Our oldest Chanichim, some of them were on, Nivonim were on their canoe trip, and some of our campers were here in camp doing special programming, along with our Bogrim Eidah that just completed a wonderful, fantastic Shavua Bogrim. Our Machon campers returned from an amazing trip all around Wisconsin, and we're so excited to have them back after they had a really wonderful time outside of camp. And the rest of our Eidoton camp have been having such a fun and wonderful time. People have been in the lake. People have been playing inner Eidah sports games. There have been dressing up. There's just been a lot of real fun and excitement this week.
Wednesday night into Thursday was a real highlight for us of the summer. It's Tisha B'Av, one of the two major fasts on the Jewish calendar. It's a day of sadness and mourning that turns a little bit in the afternoon towards hope and plans for rebirth and rebuilding. And for all sorts of reasons, especially in the Ramah camps and in some other Jewish camps, Tisha B'Av takes on kind of outsized importance. And just a number of the beautiful things that we witnessed over this last week, the younger age groups in camp divide up the Book of Lamentations, Megillat Eicha, so that each camper and each staff member reads one or two verses to cover the entire book. They learn the special tunes. They work on reading it in Hebrew. And the process up to it can be a little crazy, a little anxiety-inducing for some kids. And when you're sitting in the room, as the counselors kind of set up the kids in order of their verses and then listen to them read one after another, it's a beautiful moment of immense pride and of these kids really taking Jewish ownership of what they're doing. Late Wednesday night, after the camp-wide commemoration that began Tisha B'Av, our 9th and 11th graders, Bogrim and Nivonim, participated in what we hope is a new tradition, which were a series of classes after Eicha, led by senior staff, including myself, that the kids were able to sign up for based on different preferences. And we heard lots of just wonderful, positive feedback, the kids learning, thinking about new things, sharing their own ideas. The programming throughout Tisha B'Av Day, throughout Thursday itself, in age-appropriate ways, all of the different age groups were thinking about what happens in life when you get a curveball that you did not expect, and how do you respond? How do you figure out what that looks like? Each of the divisions built their own interactive educational programming around that. And then last night, around 8:45 p.m., as the fast was ending, we gathered together as an entire camp, and interspersed with beautiful music by a small band and our song leaders, each of the age groups presented kind of like a 2-sentence summary of something that they had learned, and then the entire camp stood up together and sang Hatikva as a way of formally marking the end of Tisha B'Av in a beautiful way. This Shabbat, when we read the Ten Commandments and the beginning of the Shema, is known as Shabbat Nachamu. The Shabbat after Tisha B'Av is a Shabbat of comfort. And in that same way, as we turn towards these last 12 days or so of this summer, we are thinking about absolute joy and celebration and an exuberant commitment to the community that we've built here. And we look forward to being in touch next week with more updates. Shabbat Shalom.